They did well with that one, but were swept in the end. First serve. And the first swing. No surprise. It was Tonchek Stern.
And straight away looks in rhythm. He is going to be a huge factor for the Slovenian offense for France. If they can make him work a little bit harder, maybe they can wear him down. They're not going to stop him.
You can only hope to contain him. Brizard chooses the middle, and the block denies the effort.
Great help choice by Rok Mozic. Kozamernik cannot handle the French mills by himself. Mozic makes a really good help choice.
Plinicic, the setter, comes up short.
So Slovenia rotate into rotation 1. Trying to side out in rotation 1. Tonchik Stern will stay attacking from position 4 after the Clevenot serve.
Clevenot going right into the heart of it. Outside, and Ziga lets it fly.
Two attacking actions for Slovenia. Two Stern points, the two different Sterns.
There's Rok Mozic that you talked about. Came up short on this one.
Well, Mozic, it's really the challenge for him that he can play free. When he starts to do a little bit extra, tries to make small changes, he just needs to go up and get it, use his athleticism.
First contact, good, and a brave is set.
Really aggressive choice by Plinicic. Good connection with Jan Kozamernik. These kind of aggressive choices are what gives Slovenia the chance to be efficient on side out.
Kozamernik's serve. Outside. Over the top. Everybody trying a little finesse until they get the right set for a big swing. Off the face, has to go over. Oh, that's just filthy. Whenever a setter gets an attack, it counts as 2. It should anyway.
I'm sure Antoine Brizard will agree with you. He is a big physical presence at the net. Jan Kozamernik doesn't give enough on the free ball. He's up for the standing start.
Brizard at the service line now. He was the best setter in the Olympics. Given that honor after a gold medal. Oh! Denial early on from France.
So it does stay in the middle of the court. The challenge with this set is it doesn't make the middle move at all. It's too far off the net. Stelika doesn't have the spacing to create the opportunity for Mozic on the pipe.
Second serve, just a bit long. The way that Brizard is moving the ball around, I keep trying to guess where he's going to go, and I'm wrong almost every time. To the middle there.
Again, in transition, so effective. They have so many options. The feeling that there's going to be a fast ball out to Clevenot, that Duati is going to be always present. This time, Hoots, whose great skill is getting the ball past the block.
Duati here. First contact perfect. Well, the block's getting there, but using them is 4.
So for just picks his spot and knows that the ball will arrive at the right tempo. He has enough tempo advantage over the Slovenian block that if he goes to his high point, he'll either find fingers or find the court.
That's what you get when you know it's going to arrive at the right tempo. It's an excellent point. back again. Power.
And twice a very good long ball set from Klemenčić that he's really trying to stay aggressive with his choice, get Stern involved even when the ball's shifted off the net and towards position 4. Klemenčić doing the work on reception. He will expect to see a lot from the French servers coming his way.
Giga Stern serving. Four sets, gets back to hit again. Quick to the outside, but does not fool the Slovenian block.
Klemenčić really clean with his feet. He doesn't try and go extra shuffle step, presses forwards. He's not the biggest blocker in the world. He makes it count.
Second serve from Ziga. Brizard outside, ripping open the seam again and again is Klevenov.
A long ball set from Brizard really stretches the block. Stelakar can't leave early. He knows that there's fast balls in both directions. Speed stretches the seam too far for Slovenia.
Cross country, if you will, and then decides to change pace.
Using the timing advantage that the hitter has on the high ball. Toncek Stern waits just a second, takes a fraction off on his contact, managed to dribble it down the front. Lovely off speed. Great management of the situation by Toncek.
Stalakar, pass is good, Brizard chooses. Straight up the pipe.
Whether Antoine Brizard sees that there is a follow move, so that was Kozimiernik taking a step to cover his direct opponent in the middle, open up the space. What's he? The beneficiary. Game more or less traveling by side out at the moment, which means that if that follows, we're looking at the bridge. We're about to go over perhaps to a neighborhood not in Ningbo.
Back again, and here we are. You say Brooklyn.
We're going to Brooklyn. 9-9.
You miss Clayton when you get to 9-9, don't you? It's
He
okay.
really goes for
He
it.
really embraces it with you. I don't try to compete. Seen the show though, it's quite good. Oh, cross body sharp.
That is a tough angle by Jan Kozimiernik. The block is really fronting him, and he's got a really small part of the court to hit. And the Goff is straight in front. On the court there, really good job by Kozimiernik.
Brizard running the middle again. Quite a lot of success with the ball in the middle.
It's working well. The Slovenian choice on the help block has been pretty good. Toncek can't quite seal the net. The body's there. They're getting a feeling for when Brizard is wanting to make that play.
It's the change of pace over and over in Toncek Stern's attack.
Toncek knows that teams have to prepare for his power, his ability to really go strong at the ball. Question from Yasin Vorti. Did the ball touch the antenna in the space between him? The answer is no.
Jan Kozimiernik. No libero on the floor. For Slovenia, they make Kozimiernik dig the ball. Brizard thought about it, but talking about this, there's this one rotation, right, when the libero's not on the floor, and the attack is often to the middle blockers just serve.
Well, some teams make the solution of moving the outside hitter who'd normally defend in position 6 across into that zone. Generally, though, you're going to have to rely on middles being volleyball players as well. They're going to have to make a play at some point.
through the middle, picked up just fine. Recycled off the box. Broussard takes a quick look. Ball is wide. Did he get a touch?
Challenge will come. Stelika not quite connecting the tempo for Benikov. Taking one off the arms of Clevenot.
Of course, each team gets 2 challenges and 2 timeouts per set. This is the first challenge initiated by France.
Get a quick look at the replay. Maybe not going to find any fingers. It was a very aggressive tempo from Clevenot on the pipe behind in transition. Every time Slovenia can find a way to make it difficult or impossible for France to score in transition, that is a big win for them. It's an area where France pride themselves. Control the ball really well, keep creating positive situations where they can play aggressively.
What are your early impressions of the set so far?
Slovenia have come out with a plan. They're really focused on what they want to do with their block.
There's Broussard fans.
There are many of those around the
there
world.
are.
I think for France, it's about getting a little bit more rhythm from the service line. They haven't had as much pressure as they'd like, really trying to stress Rokmozic on reception. But for France, that patience, that they know that their good game get them into a winning position most of the time. They will need to find a solution for Tonček Stern, though.
Listening in and waiting for the result. Let's take a look.
Ooh, it's grazed past the forearm.
Unsuccessful. You want to shave your arm hair for that one.
While he's finishing shaving his head, maybe Giga did a little trim on the forearm.
Tonček Stern serving. Decent challenge by France.
It was a very confident ball from Trevor Clevenot to say, let's go for the challenge on this one. He felt he got it. The replay shows he was pretty close. But close doesn't get your point.
Luatis serving now for France. Oh, Tonček Stern lets it fly.
He's showing the full range. He can swing cross-court into the seam. He can take on the line. He can work off speed. Even a libero with the quality of Evgeny Grebenikov can't stop this.
Stern. Here's the free ball opportunity. Block not fully formed, but a one-arm dig by Luati.
The French team really trusts their individual ability in defense. They take pretty aggressive positions, particularly in the middle of the court. They really try and pack up the space. I'm getting caught a little bit tall, Luati.
Ziga Stern, serve number 2. And an ace. You coached Ziga Stern. Tell me about it.
He is a guy with a lot of variation. He can make good angles. He's got a strong shoulder. He's really bouncy. This time finds his precision on reception, or on service against the French reception, resulting in a French timeout. Catch a lot of the timeout, but I'm sure the discussion was about how do you solve a problem like Tonček Stern. Straight away, once we're back into a situation, Ziga Stern has the option to keep going against Luati and get the ball over that stack in the middle of the court.
Stern serve. The set by Brizard, awe-inspiring. The defense continues, but no.
Brizard is such a strong setter. He's got really good physicality in how he plays. He can be off the net and still push the ball fast in all directions. And makes almost an opportunity. Unfortunately for Teofo, cannot bring the ball far enough away from him. It's an opportunity.
Brizard has been playing in Piacenza. He will be in Osaka next season. Quick to the pin, just a little chop down the line.
Levino takes on the smallest blocker in Planintic. Another lovely long ball set, stays good tempo. Project Stern caught short, playing to the tip.
You could tell from the toss, the serve was never destined for the court.
The toss has been the issue for Ruetz on his service. Hasn't been that consistency. When it's good, he has a good, strong serve, but hasn't had the consistency on his toss. He needs to have that confidence to really go for it.
Brizard outside. Never over. Look at Slovenia leading the two-time Olympic gold medalist and forcing them to take their second and final time out of the set.
La deuxième, c'est la réception. La troisième, c'est la phase complexe pour la défense et le bloc. Là, sans d'accord, c'est pas possible.
What does France need to do right now? As you see the Winnie P sticking with them, but there may be some changes coming to that.
Side out needs to get a little bit more efficient. The scoreboard difference at the moment is a result of the Stern service rotation with Giga Stern. And a couple of opportunities from position 4 where they haven't been able to convert. They haven't found the rhythm they want. The ball getting towards Uroš Planinčić. So they're doing a good job on defense.
Outside with authority. Absolutely hammered.
That's the ball they're looking for. The choice now is they're going to try and keep Legov in the middle of the floor, hold young Kozmernik in place, and then work to the edges away from him. Teofo probably not going to see a lot of ball in his direction. He's matched up against Rokmozic in this rotation.
Front court setter for France in Brizard, and given a few away as well.
French service hasn't really hit its stride. For Slovenia, they'll be happy to see Uroš Planinčić serving because that means he's no longer blocking.
Back again, they go to him as soon as he's in the backcourt. And then keeping him honest in the middle.
I don't think we're going to see a huge amount of variation in the middle with Legov. He's going to be a really straight up and down player, and it'll be the choice of Rizal. When is the right moment? This time, keeping honest is the correct phrase. Kozmernik has to stay at home.
Kleveno's serve. An ace serve in the worst kind of way.
Rokmozic is the weaker receiver that Slovenia has out there. Kleveno uses a nice variation. Has the ability to go spin, he has the ability to go hybrid, pushes this one through. Mozic getting caught tall, can't get the platform away from the body.
Kleveno goes at him again, much better result. And then Tomczyk's turn clears it up.
Gets it done from position 4 again, the timing variation. Rizal is a big block. Chipped off nonetheless.
Some people call this the red zone after 20 points. And what's going to be important for France in the red zone, if you will, when Slovenia's in the red zone?
for France, it's about can they create enough opportunities in transition, because they can score here. Another good long ball. Wati uses the timing variation. We see Matisse Eno come in place of Nicolas Legoff just for the service action. Break point here would be critical for France. Stay within 2.
Well, not what they had planned. Eno just 20 years old. Played in just 4 matches during the preliminary round. Had 17 points versus Poland, though. That's best out.
Can play, but as you said, a player really making that step up to the international senior level.
Yeah, no pressure, right? Outside again, and Luati. You coached him as well. What's your impressions of Luati?
He's a super nice guy, great piano player and singer. Also a very, very good volleyball player.
A singer, you said?
He can sing and play piano beautifully.
Oh. He's a Renaissance man, then.
He can do a little bit of everything.
That's not what I expected to get out of that question, but I like it.
Go.
Power. It looks so simple when they find him. It's a Shalakarn rare air.
Stelaka, it seems to be this is the right situation for Planinsic, where he feels very comfortable being aggressive off the net, working a little bit low from the floor. It's a nice challenge against that zone of the French block.
Stelakar standing at 2'14". Tallest player on the court, gets another hand on it.
And a late comer to volleyball, Stelaka was playing as a handball goalie, and someone said in a supermarket, oh, maybe you should give volleyball a go. It's worked out all right for the young guy.
That's a great story. Of course, they always put the super long guys in the goalie because that reach works in volleyball as well. A little tenderness from Luati.
Lovely choice. The fast ball, Luati does just enough, exactly the right amount to win the point, finds the line. A couple of nice variations from Yacine Luati. His early attacking efforts. But Slovenia still 4 points to the good, looking comfortable.
Well, now 3 after that ace serve.
Yes, sneaky power. A serve against Stern will result in a Slovenian timeout.
Think about reception, not about the blocking forward. Okay? Reception. Push the ball high and ready to cover and play the play with the fingers, okay? We need something like this, hey? Did you see how we can push the ball? Hey? We can push,
For Slovenia, the focus has to be on giving themselves opportunities to play. They don't need to be perfect. They put pressure on themselves to be perfect. All of a sudden, they start to dig a bit of a hole on reception. For Mozic in particular, he needs to focus on just getting the ball in the air, and we can go from there.
Luati continues. France down by 3. Great chance for France. Digging into it. Oh, that's the way you get yourselves out of a jam.
Fantastic heads-up play from Mozic. Good choice by Planinsic to use him. Stern is on the floor. The ball should be going to position 4. The French block thinking that everything's going that way. Clevenot's shifted. All of a sudden, Mozic pops up. Ball hits the floor.
Substitution coming in for Slovenia, Nik Mujanovic, just 20 years old. He's had some breakout games, especially the first week.
He is a great understudy for Stern. Great season in France this year. Slovenian set point.
First contact, good. Oh, still up. Blocked out. And so France will survive set point number 1.
This is France in transition. They always seem to be so in control with what they're doing. A second service substitution comes into the game for France. Patrick Stern makes the right read on the tip behind the Janovic block. Timothy Carl enters the game in place.
Pulisic comes in up front. I get the idea. The execution, though, falls short.
And that is not going to be challenged. Or it will be challenged. The late challenge coming in. Fabio Soli looked unmoved.
Yes, he did.
By Rokmozic's protestations.
They're asking about a block touch. Also, keeping in mind that there's 2 challenges for him to use. You can't take them with you, so
also
one
gives,
here.
It gives a little bit of time for Slovenia to maybe get themselves sorted out. For Timothy Carl, gives him an opportunity to think about where he's going to serve next.
With augmented reality.
Timothy Carl has some familiar faces on the other side of the net, having played with Nacho Stalakar in Berlin and played against Chico Sturm when he was also playing in Germany for Friedrichshafen.
You coached against Carl as well. What was your plan whenever you saw him?
Hope that he doesn't hit cross.
Hope is not a plan. I don't know if you know
No,
this.
you can't write that down on a match report very well. But for Tim Carl, has some really high-level skills. His ability to finish difficult situations before a strong server. But we'll have a quick announcement from the referees first.
Explanation, verbal announcement. Because video is not available at the moment, we don't have clear video, original decision remains. So, point for France.
Easy enough to understand. There's a little technology problem, and here we come again. Set point once again for Slovenia.
They'll be really looking to finish this set off as quickly as possible. They don't want to give France any more sniff of hope.
First contact, solid. That is able to do it. Slovenia captures set number 1. Rizard. Strong set back, and then just simplifying it. Use off the top of the block.
Rizard's physicality at the net once more. Have to respect that that ball can still travel to both antennas, even when he's at full reach and with one hand. And now 4 serving for France. Effort travels just long. Uros Plenintic out of the front row.
Back again. Off the block. 0-4 off the hands again and again. His vision.
Yeah, well, Rokmozich chooses exactly the right spot. He's in there, in the position. Timing's pretty good. Tier 4 just too strong, too high.
Good use of the block coming the other way.
Mozic normally is going to play close to the setter. This is why, so they can use him on the right side situation. Another long ball set behind from Plenintic.
Start to the middle. A silent assassin on that.
It's a very aggressive set choice. And to Nikolai Legov's credit, he doesn't try and do too much with it. Just gets the hand on the ball, guides it into the space.
A very aggressive set choice and Brizard go together time and time again, do they not?
He knows he can throw the ball around the court. This time, Fritz makes the right choice, stays in the middle of the court. Knows he has a little bit more time to work with the ball from off the net.
Look off. A mishandled ball on the reception a little bit. Recycled well from Ziga. Triple blocked, waiting.
There will be a challenge coming from Slovenia. There was a net touch. Ball crossed after the second Giga attack.
Challenge requested by Team Slovenia for net touch.
Last action. Last action.
For Slovenia, trying to get the right choices with what they're doing. They're having to play a lot of long ball, trying to make the French blockers work a little bit harder. Ball still has to arrive where the hitters can make an aggressive play. France is a team you don't want to be able to give extra opportunities to score in transition. Take a second that we do have a little view of what the challenge referees are looking at here to make sure that it's the right clip that we show. Particularly when the mid-rally or the end of rally challenge for a mid-rally action happens, it's making sure that everything lines up correctly is the challenge for the referees. Fefe De Giorgi, Nicola Giolito, making sure they have a good view on who their opponents might be in the future.
Yep, one of these teams will go on to contend for a medal. The other will pack up and go home preparing for World Championships.
Winning a medal at VNL is a fantastic achievement, but to get these games now to feel like you're going into World Championships having the best possible preparation and played some really good, hard competition leading into a World Championships.
Did he follow through to the net?
There's the movement on the net already.
Yeah, right? Did his left arm come down to the net? Hard to see, no.
All stay clear.
No checkered shirt for Ziga's shirt. Lugoff putting together a run. And it ends.
Commentator's curse.
Yes. Clayton had one yesterday. Roll 1-1. You never seem to have the curse.
I try to avoid putting myself in that situation. Jan Kosmetic, great server. This is going to be a fantastic serve coming up right now.
Oh, there you are.
Both fingers, fingers on both hands are crossed.
You're daring. Indeed it is. France out of system as you celebrate yourself. Brought back and out. Yeah, no, too many.
Well, the whistle blew early because there's no opportunity for Giga to play this ball back. The second contact kept him on the far side of the net. There's touch 2, touch 3 cannot come back into play from that position. So we blow the whistle just to speed things up.
Which is more admirable that he kept going. He must have known he was third contact, and he's like, well, I'm going to run this out.
Incredible self-belief that he could still play that ball back around the antenna and in.
He could bend it like Beckham, you don't know.
I know, he can't do it. Even with his feet. I've seen Giga play football.
Oh my. Shots fired. Down. Rubenikov just waiting for it.
Duatsi makes a wonderful choice to finish that ball cross court, not trying to go too sharp, uses the last part of the block. As you said, Anne-Marie, Rubenikov reads the play, doesn't take himself out of position. That's 7-3 down to be a Slovenian timeout.
Bravo, Denis. Understood. For me, absolutely clear. Bravo.
Probably they are starting to give us the ball to play. Okay, in that situation, just small movement, be strong if the ball is fast, and ready to push the ball with 1 meter more high. Like this, we can play with all the spikers.
Look at that win prediction tells the story. Losing a little bit of faith in France at the end of set one since Slovenia struck first, but they're back.
Keeping the faith is the message also from the timeout from Fabio Soli, that they just have to give themselves opportunities to play. It's not about being perfect.
Brizard delivering an ace down the line.
That's a 30 or 40 km/h variation in speed, and he really doesn't show it early from the service action. Very late change up. Slovenia's first job is to protect against the strong serve. And the variation catching the short change will come in for Slovenia. Rachko placing Žiga Stern. Different look for Brizard on the service line.
Ball out, an opportunity for Slovenia. 4-point lead deficit, or 4-point lead for France, 4-point deficit for Slovenia. What do they need to do right now?
Hang in there, get some service pressure going. Find a way to get the efficient on side out.
Pressure applied, but Rubinnikov handled it smoothly, and then no block up on that.
Well, the fluidity of the choice to run the pipe behind from Kleveno, it's a fixed point play. He knows the ball is going to get there, and he knows that Brizard understands his movement in that situation.
That's one of the things that you guys talked about at the beginning, and I support, is that this France team is now together again, a lot of the same players who won the gold medals together. They haven't had this combination through the preliminary rounds.
It's been built over years, but they've been integrating new players. Rachko makes a nice two-hand choice to work the full block. That time together on court, particularly in stressful situations, is invaluable for teams, and there's such a connection between these players who've gone through those processes together.
Just long.
Rachko comes in, he's pretty pumped up. Let's his enthusiasm get the better of him on that service effort. France cruising now, 5 points to the good.
It's serve. Keeping that ball with heat, resulting in a free ball. Okay, France having their way with Slovenia.
They're just picking Slovenia apart from the service line, getting good positive situations in transition. Not just a chance for a high ball, they're having options. Their position 4 players again, getting the job done, so efficient. Brizard and Kleveno.
As you well know, it's moving from Germany to Paris Volley this coming season. You coached against him in the German league. Tell me about his strength.
He's quick, he's really quick. He's not the biggest middle, but he gets from side to side really fast. And on attack, he always seems to find the angle past the block.
Brizard back. Oh! Is that up the chin or chest?
That popped him in the chops. That was a swing that Sasha Stalakar got the face in the way of. Immediate apology from tier 4. That's leave a mark.
Well, the key to this is you don't rub it, you don't touch it, you don't acknowledge it at all. Don't give him the satisfaction. Oh, great serve.
Lovely ball from Planincic. It's the tempo going to Ponchik Stern, back row. Again, the most effective option and aggressive choices from Planincic to get Stern involved in the game. Great fight by Rachmozic on reception.
Planincic serve. And just a little bit of an overload there.
Very difficult to make the right choice. Kozamernik moving. Ponchik Stern doesn't want to get beaten on the fast ball to the Goff. A little bit too much stretch for the Slovenian block.
Another ace serve. France's serving has gone up a level in this set.
It's been really good, precise. They're not going for out-and-out power, but finding the angles. Kleveno from the middle of the court, working across the body of Rachko. Has to chase the ball away, and as a result, he will return to the bench. Žiga Stern returns to the court.
into the net it goes.
Kleveno so often uses the hybrid variation, so the float serve from the short spin toss. Using a little bit more power today in both corners. Mozic, can he find his power from the service line?
Rubenikov left no doubt who was going to set that ball.
He left a lot of doubt in the minds of the Slovenian blockers. Sells out, this ball's going short distance to four. Rotation of hips and shoulders allows the hands to flow through. Duati steps on the ball to meet the block and defense.
Do you happen to know if Rubenikov was a setter at any point in his career? I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know.
I don't know either, but he's pretty good at it.
Oh, another ace for France.
When things are going well, and going very well, Matisse Eno comes into the game, and his service effort, first one, set one, was an error. This time, use of the equipment. Planinsic not wanting to take the first ball.
Third ace by France in this set alone. They go back again. With the block waiting for him, it's no problem. Tomczyk's turn.
Tomczyk doesn't make the same mistake twice very often. This time, powers through the top part of the block, really challenging the French block to close, be perfect with their hand position. Eno earns a break point.
Meanwhile, Jan Kozimiernik tries the ball off Kleveno. Pursuit. Oh, that's not the out-of-system set you want. Pretty. They do it off hands in an extended rally.
France, a reason why they're so good in transition. They trust their abilities as individual defenders to step in. They take really aggressive positions in defense. Just get something going on, force their opponents to try and get back into an organized situation quickly. Then a recycle, and all of a sudden TF4 can be played fast.
Clayton Lucas had the press conference at the beginning of this week and talked a bit about all the French players beginning on the sand. It's a little different than in some other places because there's 3 of them on the sand and tips are allowed.
Well, they play indoor rules.
Yeah.
And this is developing those connections, that relationship between players, that understanding of, in this little sped up movement, we need to scramble, we need to find a solution as a pairing rather than thinking about 6 or 7 guys.
Or 2.
Or 2. Not a lot has gone right for Slovenia in set 2. 18-10. Looks like we'll be level at 1-1 heading into the longer break between sets 2 and 3.
I think that's a fairly safe point.
Even Winnie P would agree with that.
Tomczyk stern, Rubenikov on top of it. And then just a chip off the block. Don't make it any harder than it is.
The biggest block is the middle. So unless the positioning of the block is not correct, any swing at the middle of the court is going to be at Safla Stalika. One little chip shot against the smallest blocker. Timeout Slovenia.
Look at your top scorer, Luati. You know, as you and I were kind of glancing at the stats, Slovenia only has 2 errors in this set. So what's been the difference? With only 2 Slovenian errors, what's been the difference in this set?
France have been relentless from the service line, and they just look like they haven't been stressed enough in defense.
3 service aces and also more terminal. I almost said, oh, 4 service aces, but no. Off hands. Tong Yuti making some different choices here, goes back.
France, so good at creating these opportunities. At first it was Yacine Douati defending in an unnatural position for him in position 5, the left-hand side of the court, makes a great play, and then this understanding the relationship between the players. Grubenikov stays in 6, just confidence that the ball's going to end up in a good spot for them.
Yep, and Tong Yuti was the setter when these two played each other before. It was Brizard, just a little bit of help.
Helpful to have a player who's won a couple of Olympic gold medals, has played 1 Champions League, he's done pretty much everything in Ben Tong Yuti.
Been the MVP in the Polish and French league. There's that.
He's not bad. He's not bad. And the substitution will come in for Slovenia, Nick Vujanovic. There'll be the double substitution, Vujanovic in.
Vujanovic, I mentioned earlier, great matchup in the first week, 30 points in the 5-set win over Iran. Oh,
This
that's
ball,
communication error.
this ball is Gigas. He needs to get after this. It's travelled past Kovacic. Needs to give Nathan Nadic an opportunity to make a set on this ball. Slovenia will not be happy. Tim Karl has come into the game again. Damage from the service line in set 1. He has the green light to go for it now in set 2.
21-11. That's a go big or go home, and as you said, green light.
Toss gets away from him.
It's always in the toss.
Change for Slovenia.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Jan Spiric coming in to serve. And
Return substitution. Karl goes to the bench.
quick outside block. Vujanovic got fish hooked.
The choice from France once more to run the Goff on the long, quick, the shoot ball, causing trouble to decision-making for the block in position 2 for Slovenia.
Brizard back in up front. 10-centimeter difference between him and Tong Yuti in terms of height.
That's just the hair.
That hair is flat, it's just long.
Yeah, when the man bun at the back tips up, that's another couple of centimeters.
There's a reason he's very popular with all fans, heavily on the ladies.
Nick Vujanovic.
That's him. He's only got one speed. It's all in.
He was the best servers in France this season, so for him to be able to come in and feel that confidence straight from the service line, let's get a little bit of positive light shining on the Slovenian side of the court. Second effort travels a little long. Levino looking to pick some of the edges. Both attacking receivers together.
Orteziga Stern. Vujanovic. I haven't seen him have any finesse in shots. He just bombs away.
He creates some very different angles with how he approaches the ball. Has very good control of both shoulders in the sense that he can twist, he can adjust and still get his arm through the ball. Has some shots to play. Power's not bad either.
Ball long. With Vujanovic, when we interviewed him after the Iran match, his English was amazing, like slang. And we said, how did you study English? And he goes, I learned it from movies. Just grew up on movies. Set point, France. Little backstory there for you. Oh, absolutely housed by Luati.
And I think Andrea Gianni might have given him a heads up on that one.
Saying what?
The ball's going here, get to this spot and block straight. Lovely timing by Luati to seal the second set for France.
We're even at 1 set apiece. It's a way of saying, Mujanovic, meet Luati if you haven't before.
I'm sure they'll be meeting each other again, but it will not be in this year's VNL. Whoever loses this game is back home, maybe a little break before training camp, getting ready for World Championships.
Here's the numbers. Despite the France errors, wow.
So good in transition attack for France. 16 points coming on attack. And then you bolster that, couple of blocks, couple of service aces. You can wear some errors when everything else is functioning, and that's probably where Slovenia is struggling. They're not scoring enough that they can ride those errors. They can't take that risk because the scoring is just not happening other than for Tonček. Good to see some smooth moves on the court, not just from the French team.
Luati, 11 points.
And he's done it with power, he's done it with finesse. He's been really good on defense. Finishes off with a block.
Great vision from Luati,
who also is the first member for today in the ABS club.
Oh, yes.
11 points, 9 of them coming on attack. 1 block and 1 serve. Tonček Stern has been the shining light for Slovenia.
Stern with 9 points, all coming on attack. So we're missing the blocks and the serves, the B and the S from ABS. Let's check in with Clayton Lucas courtside.
Thanks for that, guys. Well, the first set, maybe you just weren't quite ready. What was the difference, you think, from that to the second set?
Yes, it seems like we opened the game like a little bit tense, and we struggled a little bit in the middle of the set with just 1 rotation with Ziga Stern on service. And then we tried to came back, but we didn't. And instead, in the second set, we approached the set in a different intention, really consistent on break point and really with rhythm on side out. So we know that game is tough, that Slovenia is a team, they want to fight every set. So we are ready to do till the end of the game.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a great explanation, yeah.
Right, with a different intention for the second set.
And to come out and take some pressure off themselves, to focus on one element of the game and just let the game be a little bit easier. France, really good quality on reception. We should expect this from the team with the players that they have out there. The challenge for them was that it was about getting that consistency. All of a sudden, set 2, really, really consistent, excellent reception.
89% in the target zone and mid. Attack, distribution, working the corners.
And not a lot going through the middle, but it's the use of the middle as how the French offense creates space. So Brizard, when he wants to send the middle blocker away from him, play an overload when he wants to hold the middle in the middle of the court. Well, let's find out from the Slovenian side with Clayton Lucas.
Thank you very much, guys. Well, the first set was exactly what you wanted. Not so much the second. What's the message to the team now to get back to that first set performance?
Yes, of course, in the second set they play better. And we start very good in attack, amazing performance. In the second set we had some trouble to play volleyball from the first touch. And now the first goal is to do better in the first touch and try to attack like in the first set, using our bad block and be smart.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck.
Easier said than done. You want to go back to attacking like the first set. Starting off set number 3, tied at 1 apiece. No good.
Neat foot skills from Solido. Slovenia returning to their starting lineup from set 1. Surprised if nobody France continue with their grouping.
I think Rokmazic got a little bit of a rub on Ziga's head there, like a good luck charm. Outside, one blocker. Well, what a dig.
And the whistle has gone just a fraction early, so it will be a replay.
Captains,
Inadvertent whistle.
captains, please. Captains. Okay, I made mistake because I whistled. It was my mistake. Sorry.
Well, somebody takes responsibility, right? Brizard immediately just turned and walked away. It was a great dig. I thought it was going to be down 2. Oh, just typical France. So beautiful.
And Brizard's physicality at the net, he can still put this ball down, which is why Kozmernik has to jump with Brizard front row. Then he's requiring the help of the next blocker in Tonček Stern to try and make a play.
Few France service errors. Keeping it close early here in set number 3. Rokmazic, top scorer for Slovenia, coming in with 155 points through the preliminaries. Oh, sitting in it defensively, but no good.
Set 4 shows that he's also got some heat down the line, even for the best liberos to handle. Kovacic is a fantastic defender. Almost takes enough pace off it.
Tonček Stern, hand hunting.
Success. Oh, the long ball back to Tonček, having good outcomes for Slovenia.
Too wide.
The space that Slovenia was willing to concede. Therefore, looks to go hard past the block. Has a bit more of an angle towards the corner available. Vincic is ready for that corner ball. Take the chances for going sharp cross.
Brizard goes quick to the pin. It's just too hot to handle from Luati.
Tonček Stern gets caught in 2 minds what he's doing. Not a clear decision on block. Shuffles the feet, ends up diving out towards Luati.
Brizard from the service line. Vincic outside. Making the middle blocker work, not able to get there, and it's a one-on-one.
At this point, this space is created by, first of all, the contact from Grebenikov. Creates time, creates calmness on the French side of the net, and then Brizard freezes Sasor Stalakar in the middle. Again, that roll of the hips and shoulders opens up the space for the hands to go through. Great tempo to 4.
Vincic goes the long way. From the backcourt, solo block, an absolute stuff by Stalakar.
Kor is out of the play. He's trying to get back into position, but Stalakar can just stay in the middle of the court. Know that he only has to protect the ball to his right. So it's going to be in front of him or to his right. Makes the choices a lot simpler. Blocks with effect.
And now they're feeding the middle because of their passing. So good.
There's enough time. The location is not perfect, but there's enough time, and it's the shift along the net towards position 2. Stern leaves early. That opens up the space. The short distance choice.
5s, and now Slovenia takes the first lead in the set for them.
Slovenia will be happy to be hanging in there. They were blown out in set 2, so to feel like something is working for them, the start of set 3 will give them a little bit more confidence.
Even if it's a couple of France service errors working for them as well.
You feel that feeling that maybe Pepe's keeping notes and they've seen something of interest to him. Penny for his thoughts.
I think you have to pay more than that.
Yeah, he's not cheap.
Yeah. Ace serve again for France.
Must be a challenge for Fabio Stoli to think, how can he shuffle the deck? How can he change the picture for reception for Slovenia? And France are serving their way to a very good position in the match.
Yeah, 6 service aces for them.
I don't know how Tonček squeezes this ball down the line. He has the inside-out approach. He's running away from the court and still has the control to pick the really small space between Kleveno and the antenna. Lovely swing by Tonček Stern.
A little bit awe-inspiring as well. First contact by Grubenikov, but closing the door, Jan Kozamernik read it all the way.
The ball is off the net and a little bit shifted towards position 2. This provides enough time for Kozamernik to make the choice about where he needs to be. The ball's not going back, so he can just focus on the front half of the court. Gets one back in the battle between the 2 big middles.
Legov through the middle.
That's his bread and butter, the straight up and down play. Spread block from Kozamernik. Doesn't provide enough hand on the ball.
He's been a staple at Montpellier, where he has played since 2020-21. We saw down the line a moment ago, and now Tonček Stern, deep cross.
French defense all over the place. Grubenikov trying to cover 2 positions at once. Therefore, a former Montpellier player himself, finding his space on the court.
Double block off the fingertips.
And we're in Brooklyn.
Oh, we are. It's always Brooklyn for you. 9-9.
Come on, get a little bit more on that one.
Steal Clayton's trick. I might do it better. I don't think so.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Kleveno. Power, chase back. What a run by Grubenikov. What will Slovenia do? Up the middle.
Nice spacing. And Stern, a little bit of movement to space. Once more, France pack the middle of the court with their defense and trust that one-on-one they can make a play.
They did. I mean, Grubenikov chasing that down, but not the way it wanted to. We've been tied up at 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. What's going to pull one team away from the other? I think it feels like for Slovenia, great trade blows until you make your move. Tonček Stern, no 2 attacks, looking the same, and
it's been called a catch
called
ball.
A lift.
Very soft touch. This is the question, because his hands come from under the ball.
I'm watching the replay. I'm watching the replay.
Slovenia also need to make sure they don't lose their cool, lose their focus in this moment.
You will see
pleading his case.
But to Vladimir Simonov.
An immovable object.
You will see after.
Let's have another look. Oh, that's, even in slow motion, that's not too bad. Not the worst we'll see. The standard has been set, must be followed now.
Okay. I'm giving you verbal warning.
This could go either way now for Slovenia. They can lose their attention, they can start thinking about the point they've just lost, or this is the spur that they need to make sure that it's not in the referee's hands how this third set will be decided.
On the seesaw that we've been in this set, it was always Slovenia with the upper hand by 1 point. They had to put two together to get back there. Sets too low. France loses their composure and a twist in the plot.
Not the twist that Andrea Gianni would be looking for. Ball travels up and past the block. Blockers assuming that someone behind them has it. This is Anton Brizard. Doesn't want to take the first ball. He wants to be ready to distribute. Fortunately, it's falling close to him. He may have to.
Backcourt, well dug. Pounding away is Ziga Stern.
The Slovenian block and defense working to perfection against Fraud. This is where Planinčić has positioned himself twice against Fraud. The first time, Fraud goes for too wide, hits the ball out. Second time, takes the middle of the court. Planinčić there. Ziga Stern takes the opportunity to work the block and score. Slovenia back in the lead.
A nice response for them after a call that disappointed them. Over. And France has lost a little bit of their sharpness in these last few points.
Side out pressure, pretty even on both sides. Kozamernik makes a really good flat float serve. The 13-11, Andrea Gianni wants to talk about it.
What'd you get out of that? Anything?
Individual responsibility. So the gaps in the French system are the problem right now. Normally they're so good at being fluid and working with great connection, great relationship. Konček Stern working great by himself right now. Needing a little bit more help from his teammates. But a couple of efforts for France where they've caught not covering each other in spaces.
Tough serve, coming in against the triple block, sent back. Brizard quick to the pin. Well, the satisfaction as Konček Stern gets part of that.
The energy has changed on the Slovenian side of the net. This is a big play. Brizard tries to freeze. Pump fake. Zdelica hip to the game.
Smothered. Not the response you want after a timeout, obviously. Better pass. Better option, but slowed down again by that block. Touch on the ball. It's been a run now, 5-point run by Slovenia.
On the back of the Kozamernik serve, the key point of that play, Ziga Stern didn't leave his position early, timed his movement against the setter. As a result, we will have the second French timeout, ball 16.
France is now out of timeouts. They have 2 challenges remaining. Slovenia has not used either of their timeouts or challenges.
For France to get their side out function, to take some pressure off. The moment they're getting caught, because of Kozamernik serve, they know that there's going to be some pressure coming later.
5 consecutive points. Slovenia was down 11-10. Ball is good. Breaks the spell.
That is a really good swing from serve four. He knows the Slovenian block and defense is trying to protect his cross-court angle. Chips down the line with precision.
Brizard, long. It's always a relief when he's off the end line.
And bring the heat. Also not scared of a big moment, Antoine Brizard.
On check, Stern. Serving 16, serving 12. And
Gianni
yep.
shows that the outside of the left foot is not his preferred form of ball control.
Shot down, absolutely.
The long ball set from Planinsic means the French block can really let the ball travel and choose their point against the hitter. It puts the responsibility on Planinsic to get it all the way out where Stern has choices. Instead, the ball drops a little inside. Ford doesn't have to move.
The lead that was 4 now cut to 2. Outside another time, Brizard handles first ball. From the backcourt, variation in Slovenia's offense.
Lovely tempo with Mozic, and the difference in the ball to 4, and by that I mean position 4 for Slovenia, not 4 from France. And there is a great view that we get from the floor to see what the second ref's seeing, but that's ball out to Giga Stern in 4, gets the antenna. That's what creates the pressure. He has choices to play on the shot. He now has choices to be aggressive on the serve.
Sent long. And again, we're up by 4 for Slovenia. So lead narrowed and expanded again.
Duati not getting over the ball, being led a little bit too far into space perhaps. Maybe arriving a little bit late.
Great view behind Giga Stern.
And there is no call on a carried ball, and the Slovenian players are furious. Real challenge for Slovenia to keep their mentality. They're up. They don't need to get into a slinging match with the referee about his decisions. Take it out of the ref's hands. Win it on the scoreboard.
And then an inadvertent buzzer at the very worst time.
The old rogue buzzer replay.
And for me, expanding on your point for Slovenia, now you got 2 stoppages, right? A play you're very unhappy about the no call. Now a buzzer. So how, as a coach, you've been for many, many years, how do you refocus?
You can only focus on what your next action is. The next thing you can control is what we do, which will be on reception. So they've had a good look at what the serve is most likely to be, and that they can start thinking about what happens on their next opportunity to convert it.
On the other hand, it could be France that suffers from this.
Servers generally don't like...
Oh, were they saying out of rotation?
Might be out of rotation, because of the vision that we have, it should be Francois Wetz as a server. This is the information we have on our tablet here. Maybe there was a chance for Tikal to be involved in the play.
We have on the tablet number 13.
We'll make sure that the French team understand the situation.
He's not on the court.
There's a look at what we see.
23, come inside. We will fix it, okay? We will solve this. We will solve this.
It appears that the issue is that there's a substitution that hasn't gone through on the tablet.
30. There is no.
What substitution hasn't gone through? That's the question.
As we see here,
Yeah, 30.
France number 30 is Vince.
Yes. On the tablet, we can see on the video that it was substitution, but the scorer didn't do that. So 23 should serve. We will replay. We will do replay when they fix it.
Now has been updated on the tablet. It does correctly show Timothy Carl in.
So,
Common sense prevails. The system wasn't updated quickly enough after the substitution. Replay is the correct result.
And I'm fascinated to see the composure or lack thereof after this delay. For both
Unique
sides.
situation, yes.
Yeah, because Slovenia, you know, has recovered from some of their disappointment, but a lot of frustration on France's side.
short verbal announcements for all of you. 23 is a player should be concerned. There was not on the tablet. There was not on the tablet. That was technical thing. Only because of it we will do replay.
It's the official word on the matter.
Yep, and an explanation for the fans here. Watching in Ningbo, passionate fans. Been a lot of fun this week already.
And after all that,
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, you gotta take something off of it, but then again, Slovenia will ram it down your throat if it serves too easy.
Tim Carl is out there to do a job, and that was not the job he was being asked to do. Slovenia 4 points to the good.
Yep, that's been their largest lead. They've come up that way several times. Stalakar now serving. Rizard chooses pin. Was Amerinik behind. Ziga unloads.
The pipe in transition for Slovenia has been really effective. Choices by Planicic, where to find the space. A little bit more balance coming into the Slovenian offense, not just the Tonček-Štern show.
Reception. Problems on France's side. Look at this lead. 6 points.
Damage has been done by 2 float servers from Slovenia, in Kozamernik and Stalakar. 2 big guys who can create really good angles, getting the ball flat at the receivers.
That pace says it all. Well protected by the block. Oh, get the idea trying to go out, but nope, on the line.
Planicic with his second scoring block of the game. Levino left a little bit too far off the net. Gets a little bit closer, he can work a little bit stronger at that ball.
Planicic stands just 1.86 meters. Here's the serving run continues. You can weather those, right, with a 6-point lead.
It's okay to have a couple of points come back as long as you're efficient on side out. The only challenge for Slovenia in set 1 was they couldn't quite finish as efficiently as they would like. Set 2, they were nowhere in the question. Now the onus falls on France to keep the pressure on.
Rubenikov underneath it. It also feels like you have to go big on the first attack, right? You don't want to get into a rally with France at this point. Or no?
Definitely don't want to get into a rally with France at any point. They're so good at creating opportunities and converting. But you have to try and force them into a difficult situation. Management is not really an option.
And there's the first ball kill from Tomczyk, Stern and company.
It's been enough work in the other parts of the court where Stern has a little bit of a break and also gets a different look for the French blockers, that they're not expecting the ball to keep going to him. The French offense now needing to get it rolling. Good balance from them. 12 points from Luati and Clevenot, 13 from 4.
1-on-1 for the top.
And Kovacic unable to stop or down the line. Enough space.
And again, Fabio Soli complaining that no limp was called within that play. Not sure what part of it.
Taking the moment to clarify what the challenge will be for the reach beyond the net. Might be looking at a timeout. It's the challenge to slow the game down, effectively a timeout.
Both teams have both challenges.
And this is
Yeah.
nowhere near.
Right.
So Fabio Soli using the break in the game.
Well, the last big break in the game did go in Slovenia's favor with a service error right afterwards. Of course, that was an extended break. And the tablet was not cooperating. Clevenot serving, down by 5. Yeah, that's what they needed.
Mozic does the job on reception.
It is set point Slovenia to go up 2-1 in this match against the defending Olympic gold medalists and VNL champions. Serve just long.
Mozic hasn't found his mojo from the service line today. Trying to save balls, finally gets to go after one. Long. Substitution for France on serve. Saladov comes out, Mathis Hanot. We'll hope to repeat his last journey from the service line.
Set point number 2 for Slovenia. Aye. It'll do it. Slovenia, on France's mistake, captures set number 2.
And they will put you to the sword. Fourth set will get underway with Sasha Stalakar serving for Slovenia.
Rubinikov, money pass. Panincic recycled beautifully. Brother to brother. My goodness, the longest rally of the entire match coming on the first point of set 4. And a net violation by France. And
justice for middle. Sasha Stalakar makes the dig down the line.
that's their rotation without the libero on the floor. Middles can play defense too.
No problem for Slovenia. As good as Kovacic is, Stalakar just takes up a lot of space.
There you go. Block takes care of protecting Stalakar there down the line. Slovenia out blocking overall, frustrating perhaps France into a long ball.
Not often that you're going to get the better of France in a transition game. Start of set 4, Slovenia making some really good block decisions. Straight away, Gianni wants to talk about it. Timeout France.
因为第一次局非常的关键，一定要把开局的局面给它守住。
这是一开局，斯洛文尼亚队连拿2分，法国队临时叫了一个暂停，要调整一下状态。
Ho una buona ricezione, primo tempo. Andiamo,
The most important part we got from that timeout was primo tempo. Make sure that the middle is doing something on attack, whether that's on the Slovenian side or the French side, we don't know. We look forward to find out.
4 with 14 points for France, but it needs more than that. A must-win set for the Olympic and VNL champions. And the block has been increasingly impressive for Slovenia.
A really nice choice by Mernick in the middle. So maybe that was the message to set primo tempo. So it was Ligov who had the swing down the middle. France opened their scoring account for set 4. Slovenia carrying some good energy into the set as well.
Wow, all started with that tempo from Mernick.
Turn once more. Yeah, but turn once more, the approach moving away from the court. He jumps, opens up extra angle. It's a lot of power, a lot of body control to be able to do that.
You had so much faith in the middles that I went to Mernick there. Nope. Oh, power!
Wentz once more finds the way past the block. Is what he offers on attack. He always seems to find that angle, that space on either side of the middle.
Broussard's had some trouble on his serve today.
He's still trying to work strong on every ball. Georgie making sure he's got that noted down. For some members of the Cuban coaching staff behind him, just to, if it's right, the Brazilian staff, so lots of interested onlookers. Mozic, much like Brizard, hasn't found that rhythm from the service line. Giving some notes in the phone, perhaps.
Meanwhile, furiously taking notes on Slovenia as well. You can't tell which way this is going to go.
The VNL finals, not the finals of the serving the ball out competition, but both these sides are making their case for that award.
Yeah, France with 20 service errors throughout this match versus Slovenia's 11. And just the unforced errors by France, keeping Slovenia afloat all times.
It's just a little bit too much. Delicar closes enough space. An effective block doesn't necessarily mean touching the ball. Sometimes just making the hitter go for too much.
Beautiful back through the block.
Therefore, gets on the ball early enough. Delicar's diving across. Even at 2.14 meters, can't affect the ball.
I don't know what he was on about to Rock Mozic after that.
Out there, familiar foes from the Italian league. Massive foot faults from Francois Hutz.
Not a toe fault, but a mid-foot.
Yeah, that was verging on a heel fault.
Yeah. And again, it plays to the same story. Errors by France.
And Slovenia, a 3-point lead. They'll be feeling pretty good. First tempo established. Now the variation from Brizard, time with the pipe. Trying to create some different looks for the Slovenian blockers. Stay one step ahead.
In this young set, let's see, opponent error 6 from France.
There is the ace serve from Teo 4. Those points are so valuable when France are struggling on this side out. Need to get the break point going to take some pressure off. More brings them within one.
Goes back to the same way this time. Kovacic all over it. Konchek Stern out.
This time misses the narrow avenue down the line. Carefully watched by Evgeny Grebenikov. Well, we'll continue at sevens.
Yeah, 3-point run by France. Shot down. Changing the conversation, and again, it's limited.
The Slovenian block has been excellent in the early stage of the set for France. All scrambled up, only really one option to set there. Legov was on the floor. Ball was blocked, he couldn't get in the play. Really the only chance. Giga looking for the angle to work down to 5. Koss a little bit far in front, arriving late on the ball.
The outside covered. A beautiful defensive play in the back by Cleveno. Took it down with him.
It was a jump in hope from Legov. Once more, Slovenia getting the advantage in the transition play. They're beating France at their own game.
9 serving 8.
Thanks for the heads up. Kalakar will be hoping that this serve will end up being 10 serving 8.
There's a beautiful back. And indeed, heavy roof extended on him.
Shalika gets his wish. Ozic again, timing well, doesn't leave early. Speed with poise, not so fast. On the long ball set, Ozic can really choose his spot, take out the middle of the court, force forward to hit a couple more tough angles.
The errors, again and again.
At some point there has to be a change for France, and there will be one. Ben Tonuti comes into the game for Antoine Brizard. Shoniezi mentioned, well, maybe there's another change coming.
See if it makes a difference. 3-point lead after being tied at 7-all, 4-1 run. Tonuti goes to the middle immediately with success.
Have Tonuti in the game does change up fronts, have to defend with his block being a bit smaller, how they position themselves, particularly position 6, position 1 behind him. But he provides a completely different look for the offense.
Meanwhile, same look from the service line for France. Oh, they're not going to like watching this back. It doesn't even matter what the outcome is. Even if they pull it out at the end, they're going to watch this match and be like, what we're doing. 31 errors to 16. Linicic steps in to handle the first ball.
Duati pulls hands and opens up the space for Konchek Stern to roll the ball into the court. Slovenian block having good effect once more. Time for a second French timeout.
Once again, a beautiful set from Kovacic. Well, Winnie P is a fickle friend in this match.
For France, a lot of the problems are of their own making.
Yes.
Not being able to exert any consistent pressure from the service line. Reception quality has been not bad, but they haven't converted the opportunities that have been presented.
And Slovenia micro runs, right? It's 6-2 this time in their run.
And a little bit of afters from Yasin Luati.
Yeah.
Just making sure that Tonček Štern's okay. Aggression there. I think he might have felt that it had hit Štern in the face.
The only place that hurt Štern was in his ego. Want to get that ball, and he almost has his revenge on the other side. Oh. Fabio Silva saying, do not stop playing. And an immediate challenge.
There has to be a challenge looking for a double contact. The question is where the action was when the contact was made. Bentonuti, chest up defense, and then screams through the net, come on, give me another one. There's the final action. France are looking for a mid-rally action. So off the shoulder and then a play. Kožemernik. Shown on the big screen here in the arena, but it needs to be made sure that the right action is selected with the correct challenge to show this in the video. We will see might be determined as a double action, double contact, sorry, from Kožemernik.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced around. The question is, did that same person twice or not? Too fast for my eye to register.
Such a good block, I think, that the ball bounced really quickly off his shoulder. The block, and then he's made a play on the way down. No challenge available.
Options available. Unreal.
Well, Luati's obviously been told he needs to get after it. Last couple of actions a lot more aggressive. Coming for France. Luati out. Luati's Heno.
Seen Heno in this match, but only from the service line.
Change also comes on the Slovenian side. Krzic in for serve in place of Mozic.
9 errors for France in this set.
Makes it tough.
Certainly does. Leaving Slovenia to only score 6 points of their own. Kunicic to Ziga, Štern off the block and out. Fabio Solis showing his vertical on the sideline with joy.
He did not get anywhere near clipping the LED signage. Lovely two-handed attack from Štern, and once more the struggles for France on float reception has been the real damage for Slovenian servers.
Does that surprise you?
It really does.
Yeah.
Big break point off the Krzic serve. Team a second chance, and France will rotate with Eno into their service. Mozic returns to the fray.
Yeah, the 6-point lead, the largest of the set, now 5.
Good run here on the Eno serve. Would really change the complexion of the game.
Jinx on you, sir.
I was due. For France, it will be Kožemernik. Another float server. Also has the hybrid option available. Eno standing a little bit deep in one. Hrebennikov will be looking to probably cut off some of his space.
Double block used.
Therefore knows there is no space past the block there. Instead uses it to his advantage. As we've seen before, the change for Francois Utz with Tim Carl. Quick glance at VNL, father of Matisse. Not a bad player himself in his day.
This is in his day? Yeah. Not
his day was a little while ago.
Yeah. Again, Tonchek Stern continues to make music from the right side.
The smiles are on the Slovenian faces. 6 points ahead. They're 7 points away from progressing to the VNL semi-finals.
And sending the defending champions home. Through the block, nice dig. Going for hands.
The ball is point France.
Yeah.
To give you an indication of how much there was no intention of hitting the court, Stefan Georgi is about 10 or so meters behind the advertising hoardings, and it nearly hit him on the full.
Yeah.
Rizard back in for France for serving.
All long, the errors keep racking up. This is an emergency for France.
They have not been able to find the course correction that they need. Ability is there. Slovenia have hung tough.
Five of the top 6 scorers in this match are from France. Only Tonchek Stern is in that mix, but it's the errors.
The France are definitely making work very hard for themselves. This time Cleveno goes too hard on the sharp, the cross-court angle. 2013, Slovenia, they can probably start planning for a semi-final.
Oh, how about that? Was unreal. Plenicic, not a block, a jump set. It was ridiculous.
Plenicic was eyes up, and more importantly, Rok Mozic is ready for whatever comes next. The Goff out for France. Musaguye makes his first appearance.
That was an astounding set from Plenicic, and the response by Rok Mozic.
Or continues to be the most reliable option for France. Slovenia, a couple more points.
Yeah.
They can extend their stay in Ningbo a little bit longer.
Yeah, all they have to do is side out a few times and not let anybody go off from the service line. And just let France do France things.
Well, at the moment, France are ushering Slovenia towards a semi-final. Was an effort from Thor, where trying to make an impact on the game. Does so try and conjure something to get Stelika off the service line.
Pound town, gonna get things going.
Matchup Eno against Plenicic. Carl makes his return to the bench. That's why Reds back on court. Weird to serve for France.
Rizard takes a look around, decides his only option is out. Triple block, not a problem.
Eno elevates. Takes on the weakest part of the block, the space between the hands at the top. Fabio Soli will take a timeout.
Guys, hey, ready. If we don't score, we need to go in front of the ball like the last one, Be there, strong and ready for defense, And now he's spiking full power straight, okay? So when he is the ball, we go in front of the ball. Hey, Chica.
Winnie P has completely changed her tale, and at this late stage is not afraid to say that Slovenia is 93% favourites to win. Actually, not a lot of risk in that statement.
No, they have reached the semifinals twice, but have not medaled. Slovenia and everybody on France doing their part to push them towards it.
The point you made before, Slovenia haven't really had to score a lot of points. France have just let them back into the game with their errors.
Cross-court kill. It's just a matter of composure, maybe just a matter of time.
French struggles on float reception continue. Planinsic makes that same position again, block in the right spot on the long ball back to floor. Getting to the outside shoulder.
Of Slovenia's 23 points, 14 have been French errors. 15 have been French errors.
And brings up match point for Slovenia. And the defending champions, the reigning champions of VNL, on the verge of going home. Lock substitution will come in for Slovenia. Nick Mijanovic replacing Jim Stern. Rock Kozic will be looking to go cross-court. Rotation one against Eno.
For the match. They'll have to wait.
We'll have to wait just a little bit longer. It's going to take something mind-blowing for France to get an opportunity to keep this match continuing.
Eno serving. It is Slovenia match point number 2 to push them into the semifinals. And they do it on a service error, fittingly. Errors were the meaning and the message of this match.
What a fantastic result for Slovenian volleyball. A team that's in transition, new players coming into the game, trying to build the team up after the finish of a golden generation. And they knock off the defending champs, no longer defending champs in France, in their quarterfinal. Wow, that has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons in this VNL.
Down goes France. When you look back at this match, we already know that the French did themselves in with errors, but what are you going to remember about Slovenia?
Well, Slovenia locked. Once they found out what they wanted to do, made some really good decisions. Float serve pressure was excellent. They just managed to hang in there. They didn't generate a lot of service pressure themselves other than the float service. But it's just a gritty, determined performance. And for France, a little bit toothless.
I can't wait to hear what Fabio Soli has to say to Clayton Lucas. The joy on that side. Slovenia has had chances, medals, but have never gotten over the hump, never won a semifinal.
Would this be the year for Slovenia to make that next step? They finally made their way to an Olympics last year in Paris. Now they've made their way to a VNL semi-final.
The third time for them in a VNL semi-final, but never have they gotten over the hump. They will have a chance again here in Ningbo. Here's the devastating numbers from set number 4.
As you touched on, Anne-Marie, 16 errors from France. Almost impossible to win a set from that position. Also not scoring 6 points on their attack. Slovenia only need to score 6 points on their attack. France scoring well. Slovenia really didn't need to do much other than get out of France's way.
Yeah, it's a bad day for France to have a bad day after coming through the preliminary rounds. Let's check in with Clayton Lucas on the floor.
Thanks for that, guys. Benjamin, not a great day, difficult to kind of sum up, but can you tell us what happened and where it didn't quite go right for you guys?
Yeah, easy. Slovenia played better than us, and the best team win today. So, congrats to Slovenia. For us, it was not a good day. I think we play bad. So we have to think about this. Come back to France, recover a little bit, and prepare ourselves mentally, physically, as a team for the World Championship.
Look, thank you very much for that. Before you go, you have a message for the fans at home in French.
In French. Merci pour tous les supporters en France qui nous ont supportés et on va revenir plus fort pour les championnats du monde.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Antonini fronting up to talk about what must be a really tough loss for France. 40 errors over the course of the match and coming in bunches in the wrong moments.
Yeah, despite Four's efforts there, but really when you look at the total points, it isn't even half the story. Let's go down and check in again with Clayton.
Thank you very much, guys. Well, that was some win, wasn't it?
Yes, a little bit unexpected, for sure, also for us. But we knew we came in good position, a little bit without pressure. We were playing good volleyball in the normal round, but we came to the finals for sure, not just for one game, and we did it. Was not our best match, for sure not the best match from France, a lot of mistakes, but we stay in the game except the second set, and we are incredibly happy because Final Four for us, it's incredible result. But we don't want to stop. 2 more games in front of us, and for sure we want to go home with a medal.
Well, look, you have to play the team that's in front of you, right? And you did exactly that. And I guess you could say it's kind of your style, that gritty performance, isn't it? When you can get the result.
For sure. I think nobody here in the team care about how many points he scored, how he played. The most important was the win today. Like I say in the interview, I like to spoil the balls. Today I didn't do it, but we won, and for me this is the most incredible thing, and I'm so happy. Incredible team, bravo, really.
Well, congratulations on the win. Before you go, message for the fans at home in your language.
Hvala vsem, ki ste nas podpirali pred televizijskimi zaslonom. Bodite z nami in upam, da se skupaj veselimo novih slovenskih zmag. Dober dan.
Good man, go recover, get ready for your next one.
What joy, and I think he really said it when he said it wasn't our best match either, but they were just benefiting, and as you look at receiver accuracy, it's not amazing numbers by Slovenia, it was good enough for today.
Good enough indeed. They never looked like they were in any great flow, but they were consistent enough. France better on reception, but unable to convert that, and we are going to hear from a very excited Fabio Soli, who's down there with Clayton Lucas.
I'm sure he's absolutely delighted. And just how delighted are you with that result?
We did something amazing. I'm really happy and proud of my team. In this VNL, we are doing something good, I think, in the first part, and then we suffer a little, and I think we put in the court today all our volleyball. For sure, France was not the best France, but it doesn't matter. We are in the semi-final, and this for us is a dream. We want to go on to dream, and so 1 day of rest, and then Italy.
Well, a day of rest for the players, but for you guys, you've got to be focusing now on the next game, haven't you?
Yeah, we have to come back to the hotel and change our idea, try to work on Italy, but this is our job, and we are happy to do once more our job in this kind of situation in VNL, in a so important tournament.
And another team where you know an awful lot of the players.
Yeah, the last time was not perfect for us. We fight for a couple of sets, but the result was straight 3-0 for Italy. So really we want to go on to dream, but to dream we need to stay at our maximum, to try to put all our focus on the details, and then only in the end look the score.
Well, congratulations and good luck for the next one.
Thank you very much.
Fabio Soli with a wink and a smile for Clayton Lucas, and the